it's really, really critical, and this is what I've noticed, and most people are noticing this. Time is shrinking. Okay, bottom line, your 24 hours used to be 24 hours really feel like 12, and they are actually 12 hours now. And we're getting closer to, it's going to be pretty soon 6 hours, and then it's going to be 3 hours, and then it's going to be, 3 minutes. So my point is, very succinctly, as time starts to shrink, okay, and become very, you're funny, Pete, and it gets very condensed, okay, what will happen to those people, because they'll start to feel that urgency even more. See, what's happening to people is that they're starting to feel urgency and anxiety in massive quantities. And then you have this, good reason. Yes, and then you have this
people on antidepressants as of today in this country.
I know that. So bottom line is, if you have this kind of scenario going on, and let's say people today, you're on my radio show, and let's say 100, 200, 3 people signed up for the 12 Project, and they started doing this, and, good on them, and then they pass it on to another 100 people or 1,000 people, and it just, explodes, okay? But let's say 6 months from now, a year from now, you get people that want to do, the curriculum and stuff, and they only have, now the time is shrunk to 6 hours instead of 12 hours, okay? And they're really frantic.
What's the fastest way through?
Well, that's what they're going to be thinking. They're like going to be thinking, holy, moly, it's like already, it's 11/11. It's 2011, 11. It's November 11th, and next year it's like, people have that in their mind, Pete. That's the only reason why I say it.
That date is just Hollywood. It means absolutely nothing.
I realize that.
Nothing.
Okay.
If an individual actually went straight through,
yes,
okay, and had the discipline to actually accomplish each evolutionary learning series in the 1 week provided, the 2 weeks provided, the 3 weeks provided, they can accomplish a very high functioning state of self-mastery within about 5 months. If they wanted to continue through to an instructor program, it can be done in 8 months or so. But as you know very well, you really, getting into the work of sharing with others the truth of themselves and the best way through to the truth of themselves, this is a work that is often taken lightly, but it shouldn't be.
Right.
All right? It's just that simple. And we, in the 12th Project, when we assign a counselor to someone, when we assign an instructor to someone, we want to make sure that they are self-aware, understand it, can demonstrate it on a daily basis with ease, and have evolved the skills required to share that with others. And it's akin to any other instructor type program. You don't want your child going to a karate studio with someone who's leaving there and then going across the street to another karate studio to take their lessons so they can stay 1 page ahead in the textbook.
Right. My point is,
setting with a mentor.
My only point is, and Pete, I know you and I and highly conscious beings that are connected. Okay, let me put it that way. We're not any better, we're not any worse, we're just really connected. And we know, okay? But the majority, of the people, of the sheeple, as I like to call them, I hate to say that, but it's true, are going to be in panic mode, and because they're being programmed with movies, television. I've stopped watching TV now for the last 3 or 4 years, 5 years actually, maybe longer. So when people tell me about our TV show, I'm like, huh? So bottom line is they're so programmed in all these movies, like The Knowing, okay? Perfect example. The world comes to an end and it's 2012, December. I mean, they're already doing it. Subconsciously, there's so much caca, I have to say it, programming out there that the masses are getting pretty nervous. So that's why I bring that up, Pete. I don't bring it up because you and I know this, or other people that are really aware, self-aware, know that it's just a number, okay?
But this is what motivated the 2012 or the 12th Project as it exists today, is the fact that 2012 is approaching. Time is a factor, and we recognized that we needed to put together a series that really addressed every level simultaneously in order to allow people to accomplish within the space of months or, a year or two what many have been trying a lifetime to accomplish and really getting little, if anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So that's challenge enough unto itself. Now, is there time? It would be very nice to say, and actually Peter and I diverge on this. Peter says, well, wake up on December the 21st of 2012, it'll be another day. I personally, compared to today, I don't think that December the 21st of 2012 is going to have the same vibration about it that today has about it. I think
I agree. I agree with you on that one big time. And not only
we're in a descending spiral.
We're in a this descending or ascending spiral.
Yeah. And ascending in terms of the vibration of the reality as a whole, descending in terms of social stability, economic. Unrest.
Everything's falling apart because there's a new beginning happening that always happens.
We have a plan in place for that as well. You want to talk about the 12th city back?
Absolutely. What is actually occurring right now? You mentioned this at your introduction, Sonia. Is we absolutely see and intuitively have very, very clear pictures of a completion of the destruction of the infrastructure of the reality that we have been experiencing, this fear-centered reality. I see a continuation
no more banks.
of destruction.
In other words, let's specify this, Matt.
Go ahead.
Right.
Because we agree on this.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no banks, no more, politics running around, no more Congress, no more, obviously it's not going to be anarchy, you guys, but all of the powers that be that have been here for eons, are going to fall away to the wayside, and in replacing that are going to be self-sustaining communities like Mac is talking about that are going to be supporting each other, and this obviously the Avatar have talked about this multiple times, and they've told people, that if you're a great bread maker, okay, and you are, let's say, a wonderful house cleaner, and you're a wonderful cook, and you're a wonderful gardener, and you're a wonderful this or that you all have your talents and abilities that you are going to be trading with each other, or you're going to be supporting each other and supporting the community and sustaining the community, if you like. And yes, there's, this is why, yes, that is community. And the other most important question, the most important, reason why a lot of the people of powers that be that are, some of the people have questions about, well, gee, that sounds sort of utopia-ish, and how are you going to make sure that the people that do make it to that realm, that do go to the self-sustaining communities, are basically not going to be playing the old game, my house, my car, my this, my that. And the reality is that all that is going to fall to the wayside. It's just going to be a memory. It's not going to be something, the people that are in that state, in that consciousness, are not going to